Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone, everywhere, depending on where and when you are joining Africa Online. Well, it is a beautiful, warm, sunny afternoon here in Philadelphia. What's it looking like in your neck of the woods? Today, we are here with guests from our recently enjoyable sixth annual Africa's Brain Bank Summit and Gala. And I tell you what a weekend it was. We are still rocking, rolling, and reeling and getting comments and conversations about the weekend. So, we're going to start talking about nursing. Nursing is very necessary. Sometimes nurses are needed way more than doctors are. Most time nurses know more than the doctors do. So I'm understanding now a lot of people are going to nurse practitioners instead of looking for doctors who because it is a nurse who is more compassionate, and most times they spend more time with the patient, and they sometimes know just a little bit more than the doctors. But we are talking about empowering our youth on the continent of Africa. Many of you know that Africa Brain Bank is our sister organization, and its main focus outside of STEM is keeping the African brain on the continent. Well, our guests today have been doing a successful job at helping to keep those brains on the continent, and we welcome them today. But at this time, we will have our editorial of the day from our co-host, Professor Nia Sung. How you doing, my brother? What's the weather like down in your neck of the woods?
Fine, thank you. The weather is good. It's beautiful out there, very warm, and I think it's getting to 80 degrees this afternoon. And of course, we've been busy at church and we just got back about half an hour ago and we're ready for this show. Welcome to the show and welcome to this 14th day of September. September is already in the middle, isn't it? Sunday, September 14th, 2025 is the 257th day of the year 2025. There are thus 108 days left till the end of the year, just 108 days to go. So you can start counting now because you have 10 fingers, 10 toes, that's 20. You can start counting and of course you'll make it by the time we're there. Today is the 37th Sunday of 2025 on the 38th week of 2025 using the United States standard calculations. It is the 87th day of summer, Ambassador Lisa, 87th day of the year, of summer rather. So that leaves us with just 8 days, Ambassador. We have just 8 days until the other season comes in, that is fall or autumn. When I see autumn, I remember John Keats' poem, Ode to Autumn. Forget about that. That was in my secondary school days, many centuries ago. This September the 14th marks numerous historical events, celebrations, and milestones. But we will not take all of them because we will fill the whole hour, 2-hour program with that. So we will mention just a few, starting with this 1716 event, the building in Boston, Massachusetts, in the United States, of the first lighthouse. The first lighthouse was built in 1716, yes, in Boston. And the lighthouse remains the oldest continuously working lighthouse in these United States of America today. On this day in 1814, that is another 200 years on, Francis Scott Key, if you live in the United States and you did something about citizenship, you may know about that. So on this day, in 1814, Francis Scott Key composed the poem Defense of Fort McHenry after witnessing the British bombardment during the Battle of Baltimore. The poem would later become the United States national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see? Oh, say, can you see? Okay, we are not singing. So that's that. On this day in 1741, if we go by another year, George Frederick Handel completed his famous oratorio, Messiah. That begins, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Oh, now I'm not a very good singer. So that is what we mean by Messiah composed by Handel. Okay, on this day in 1948, we're getting to our own era, the groundbreaking ceremony for the United Nations headquarters took place in New York City. The site became the site became the permanent home of the United Nations Organization, UNO, an organization dedicated to promoting peace, international security, and cooperation among nations. It has succeeded, at least, in preventing a war like the First World War and the Second World War, but other nations, other aggressive nations are still going for it. They are still fighting in spite of all the motions and resolutions and whatever the United Nations does. Well, they hold the candle and the stick because the 5 permanent members don't care about you and I. Let's leave that. On this day in 1960, oh, yeah, that's closer to home now, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, was founded, bringing together oil-producing countries to collectively negotiate and collaborate on oil production, pricing, and policy. And that has caused what we have today, oil prices going sky high. They used to sell petroleum at $9 a barrel. It used to be $9 before the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries got together and said, no, let's put the pressure on them and let them change their ways. We cannot ignore or fail to mention that September the 14th worldwide is the day people across the globe observe the, take note, International Day of Democracy, established by the United Nations to promote and uphold the democratic principles of human rights, equality, and freedom. But do they do that? Well, we'll see. We cannot also not mention that today, the 14th of September, is National Sober Day. National Sober Day, S-O-B-E-R. So be sober, please. Don't care. Don't worry about what I say or what I do. A day which shines as a beacon for those embracing a lifestyle free from alcohol. This special day champions sobriety, celebrating the strength and achievements of individuals who've chosen to live alcohol-free. Yes, I know most of you on this program are women, and I know many of you are very, very alcohol-free. Congratulations to all the women. On this day, established in 2019, that is the National Alcohol-Free Day, we are encouraged to cheer on those committed to sobriety while fostering a culture of encouragement and belonging. National Sober Day is not just about acknowledging the struggles, but also celebrating the personal victories that come with sobriety. Our topic today, Youth Empowering Through Nursing Education in Africa, calls for sobriety should you be interested in practicing a profession in health care. We don't want you to come into the nursing place with that stink. Yes, nursing requires both conscience and a sober disposition. But how can and how should nursing education help the empowerment of the youth, especially in the motherland, that is, in Africa? Depending on your time zone, you will be able to tell us what you feel about it. But join our discussion this afternoon or evening, and depending on your time zone, and let our guests and experts walk you through some of the things worth doing as you pursue a career in nursing, as you follow the footsteps of the lady with the lamp. Remember Florence Nightingale, AfricaOnline's chair, Her Highness Dr. Pam Fumnu, now welcomes our guests and all of us to this unscripted program. So, Your Highness, over to you.
Thank you so much, Nia Song. Can you hear me? Thank you so much.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Your editorials are always on point. Thank you very much. And you were talking about the National Sober Day. At first, I thought you were talking about Sase Old Boys Association.
No, I wouldn't.
Then I looked to my right. My son-in-law is gobbing down Trantra, and I was just telling him that today is National Sober Day. So thank you so much on behalf of Africa Online Media Corporation. I want to appreciate you for your faithfulness. It's been 9.5 years. Ambassador Lisa, I think you've been here for what, 6 years? And I want to welcome our sisters today. This is their first time on the program, but it won't be their last time. Honorable Gloria Bertrand Okoli and Honorable Claudia Mba. They will introduce themselves, but I also want to welcome our first-time guests and also our regular Miss Virginia Wall, Dr. Crosslin, and all our viewers, those who are watching live on YouTube and those who are going to watch on Facebook and those who are going to watch for years to come. This particular show is going to be epic because we have two powerhouse ladies here who are going to educate our people and also tell them how to make money. But more importantly, they will tell us what they are doing with nursing. So I would like to hand the mic over to Honorable Gloria Bertrand to introduce herself briefly, and then we'll go to Ms. Claudia Mba to introduce herself. Then Ambassador Lisa and you guys will take it from there. Again, I apologize for being on the road, so I'm not able to show my face, but I'll be back. So Honorable Gloria, kindly take a minute, introduce yourself, and then we'll go to Ms. Claudia to introduce herself, and the anchors will take it from there. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm calling in from California. Thank you, Your Highness, Reverend Dr. Pam. It's a pleasure and it's an honor to be here today. My name is Honorable Gloria Bertram Okoli. Like I said before, I'm here in California. Originally, I'm from Nigeria. I migrated here 16 years ago. I'm a registered nurse by profession and also a business lady. I am the CEO of Easy International Group of Company, Diaspora, Nigeria, and Africa as a whole. My business is, we have two sectors of this business. We do the staffing agency where we staff nurses such as RN, LVN, CNAs to hospitals, facilities, and home. And then we went into schooling where we train certified nurse assistants, LVN, registered nursing, starting here from America, and we are now in Nigeria. Thank you.
Yes, the next person. Oh, thank you very much for that. I like that cheering. Good, good, good. I think it's your turn to introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Claudia Umba. Thank you, Reverend Pam. Thank you, Mr. S. Song Lifak.
Thank you for getting it right. Many people never get it right.
We just call him Nia Song.
Nia Song, okay.
I call him Nia Song.
Yes.
And thank you, Honorable Gloria. Thanks to all my students that are watching right now. I see them chiming in. And thank you for everybody who's watching this right now and who plans on watching this in the future. I hope this transforms your life for the better. I'm also chiming in from Los Angeles, California. And right now the time is like 1:12 p.m. And I know East Coast is probably 4:12 p.m. So when you said it's 5 p.m., I'm like, what? It's still it's still 1 p.m. for us. So it's such an honor to be here just to share with you. Gloria and I, we do something similar. I do have a nursing school as well, where we train CNAs and LVNs. And just being a part of the Africa Brain Bank, we're just here to serve, not just here in this side of the world, we're also here to take it global and in the continent. And I'm originally from Cameroon, from the African continent, and I'm so proud just to be here, and it's such an honor. Thank you.
Hey, ladies, Asanglefa and Kemleke would like to come to California. I don't like traveling anywhere, but I'd like to come to California, and
You're welcome.
I will come either to either of the schools. So, you know, I'm also a teacher, so I can also come and share some knowledge with your students.
You're always welcome. And I forgot to mention the name of my school is Comfort Paradise Training Institute. I'm so excited that I forgot to mention that.
That's okay. We would have gotten around to it in the conversation. And since you said you're from Cameroon,
yes, I am.
You should not have had a problem pronouncing Nia Song's name at all, because from what I understand, he is country famous. professor of journalism known throughout Cameroon. Everybody knows his name. So let's get into the conversation. Again, I had the privilege of meeting both you ladies last weekend at Africa's Brain Bank Summit, heard what you were doing in Africa, and was very excited, even though I was laid back in the cut. Because you know what, for some reason, Reverend Pam never ever acknowledges the fact that Africa Online's anchors are in the room. But that's okay. I just lay back in the cut and then I have questions when you come on the show. So both of you ladies were there. I had my easy pamphlets on hand, but we're going to start with the Honorable Gloria, and we want you to tell us something about what it is that you're doing. How did you get started? I guess should be the question. How did you get started building hospitals and schools in Africa?
Well, thank you again. Well, it's a pleasure and honor again to be here and to share my experience. And I hope it's going to touch to so many people and maybe share my experience. Anyway, like
Wait,
I said,
I'm sorry, before you get started, can you just either sit back a little bit from your
okay,
computer? Yeah, because we keep missing your
my
head. You keep
face.
cutting yourself off. There you go.
Okay. Is it
Hmm.
okay this way? I can push back a little bit.
Yeah.
Is
You
it
can scooch
okay?
up a little bit, maybe move your laptop head back so we don't cut your face off.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me move back a little bit. Can you see me now?
Yeah,
Good,
we
Is
can
it
good,
see you
okay?
now.
good.
Hmm.
Is it okay?
Fifty
Yes.
fifty.
Okay, so like I said previously, this is my 16 years here in America. I migrated here 2009. I can remember December of 2009, no, 2008, December. Immediately I got in, like here in America, almost 90% of who immigrants are into healthcare. Those here before us, we always advise you, there is a pattern we all follow. Like my honorable said before about nursing. Nursing is a job that once you get into it, you can never look back. And you don't look for job, especially here in United States. Even while you are in school, the job is there calling you, waiting for you. With the advice I got back home in Nigeria, I graduated as a lab scientist, lab technologist, okay? When I came here, I decided to go into nursing. From there, I started my CNA. Immediately, my CNA, I went into LVN school. I'm a mother of four. I was having my kids with my husband. I was raising my family, but still, I was going to school, trying to better my life. And as God will have it, from then on, immediately I got my license as an LVN. I started taking my classes for my RN. While doing this, I was working, taking care of my family. And before you can know it, in 2015, when I was going to school for my RN when I had my last baby. From there on, back home, I always like, going into business. I'm business oriented in Africa. I love business. I love being the business boss of my own CEO. While I was going to school for my RN, I decided to start something up, the staffing agency. From the staffing agency, when I got my license as an RN in 2017, I registered my first company called Easy Home Care and Staffing Agency. 2018, when I settled down, I started staffing nurses, getting contracts. Looking at the demand in nursing and everything, I'm like, you know what? Why don't I start training these, nurses? Immediately, I applied. I registered my first company, the Easy Training College. I say, you know what? I think I can train these nurses and staff them at the same time because the demand is high. I know what it is. We that are looking for nurses to staff. So I said, you know what? Let me go into the school system. As God will have it, I got approved. It took me 2 years or 2 years plus to get my license to start training the CNAs. Why training them? When I got my license for training them, I started thinking about Africa, about home, because I can see how lucrative the business is. And it changed my life for real. I am here today is because of nursing. My family, my kids, my people back home, everybody benefited from me being a nurse. I'm like, you know what? I think I should go back home and, sow the seed or try to do something. From there on, I reach out back home in Nigeria. Although some of my family members, they try calling me, oh, Miss Gloria, we can see how you are doing, because I always post things I'm doing online. They started calling me, first of all, I was like, how can I do this? But, they said, you should come home. We can help you. And before you can know it, 2022, I left. I went back home to Nigeria. Getting back home to Nigeria, I told them this is what I came here to do. And I'm not studying with CNE. I want to go fully into training registered nurses. And as God will have it, we started. Actually, for me to own a hospital, I never knew I can own a hospital. I just went down to Nigeria to open my nursing school. But when I got to the council in Abuja, if you guys know very well, this is the Council of Nursing and Midwifery in Abuja. When I went there, they are like, no, you need to own a hospital before you can own a nursing school. I'm like, what are you guys talking? This is not a small project. And when actually they gave me a booklet for me to open a nursing school in Nigeria, I couldn't believe it, but I've already taken off. I have gotten my site. I have gotten construction going on, work going on. There is no way I can look back. They said, you need to go back. You need to have a hospital where you can train the clinical side for the student. And that was how I have to trace my step backward, and I have to go and open the hospital. After opening the hospital, I now continue my school. And as God we have it, today in Nigeria, we not only have a hospital, we have two colleges. The first one is Easy College of Health Science and Technology, where we are training the nurse assistants, the vocational healthcare workers. We are going to train the pharmacy technician. We'll be training the lab technician, and so many other courses are coming up. And then we now open the big nursing school, which is Easy International College of Nursing Sciences, where we are training registered nurses, registered midwifery. We are going to train the public health and also general studies. As this is going on, I now have to go back and tell them I need to give these nurses BSN. They said you have to open a university. And as of today, we are about to open our university, and that is called Easy International Open University. We'll be submitting our letter of intent next year, February. By December this year, our website or our online courses, our online site will go live. And as God will have it, we are expanding. We are having so many African students. I'm so glad I'm having students from Ghana, from Cameroon coming in. Even we are having some students, some family members sending their students back to Nigeria for them to go and get trained as registered nurses and midwifery.
Well, that is so exciting. I am happy to hear all of this, and this will keep our African brains on the continent. Now we're going to jump right over here to Miss Claudia for a minute, and we're going to talk about what she is doing and where she's at with her training and her nursing program. Welcome, Miss Claudia.
Thank you, Prophetess Lisa. Wow, it's just mind blowing. I always ask Gloria, like Miss Gloria, like, how do you do it? Like when I was in New York with her, it was such an honor just being with her, laying on the same bed with her, bugging her with questions like, my God, how do you do this? And I wanted my students to come on and attend this live so they can hear about everything that she's doing. Even though I share with them what I do, I wanted them to see another person who's doing it. And so they know it's possible, right?
It is possible, yes.
So I just want to give her her flowers. And what we do, again, my name is Claudia. I'm a registered nurse with my bachelor's and also a family nurse practitioner. When I started my career, I started as a caregiver back in Washington, D.C. And I was just 17 years old, being a caregiver, and while going to college to take credit hours. And I was friends with my classmates, and an opportunity came about the nursing career, and they took me along. And that's how I found myself. And the school was in Virginia. It's still, now it's, we were like, I was the third batch of students who graduated Chamberlain in Arlington, Virginia. And now it's been fast forward 10 years plus, and they've just been all over the place and they're growing. And this is just being a caregiver and going through nursing school. And at 21, I got my bachelor's and started doing travel nursing. So today I'll talk about travel nursing opportunities because that was what I gravitated towards as a nurse. So I worked Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland. And I woke up one day and I said, I've never been to California. So put everything in the car and had
Wow.
it shipped over. And I had a contract in San Diego, California with Kaiser, where I worked there. And by the grace of God, I woke up, I said, I've never been to LA. I put everything in the car and I drove off to LA.
So you basically half car will travel.
Right. So travel nursing, I'm always like high five for it. It's a good way if you're young or whatever, no age limit. You can travel, you can see the world, you can serve. And now I'm just excited about Africa, like the continent, like travel nursing, like breaching the gap between the globe. And just being a nurse in LA. I worked as a hospice nurse, of course, with Kaiser. And a wake up call for me starting a caregiving agency was when a patient died, whose wish was to be surrounded with loved ones, but they didn't have resources. They were not educated. And the only person at bedside that she passed on was an autistic son. And it it stirred something inside of me. Like, if this lady wasn't aware of these resources, what about the people out there that we're not aware, like caregiving resources, having even insurance to pay for this caregiving resources, just being set up for success. So that's how Comfort Paradise Home Care came into existence, which is a caregiving agency that I run, that I own. And this came into existence in the pandemic. So where people were scared to leave their homes, by the grace of God, we had nurses matching in and serving in the capacity of a caregiver. And um, facilities too were swamped when they had patients going home. And I'm talking to them and they're telling me we're drowning, we need help with CNAs. And we had so many patients that we didn't have the caregivers. So that's how the Comfort Paradise Training Institute came into light because we needed the workers to serve the people that needed help. So we started training CNAs not to only serve in the capacity of a caregiver, but also to serve in facilities and hospitals. And while the CNAs, they went out, they served, they came back and they were like, Missy, we want to be LVNs. So I'm like, whoa, what? What's that? So I was like, LVN. So we got the paperwork by the grace of God. And throughout this journey, I keep meeting people that will hold my hand in the journey, which is
Hmm.
very important. And by the grace of God, the LVN program came to light and we launched our first class July of this year. So, and my students are chiming in, and it's so profound to me just having them chime in, just to share this journey with them, to know it's possible also. And and we're like 7 weeks into our first class for LVN, and I'm just
Okay.
here to just to serve. And we look for, I know someday they will come and say, the RN, they will say they want to go to Africa. So I'm
Yes.
just here and I would say, call Miss Gloria.
Wonderful.
So,
I was hoping to
and
have some nurses. I have a niece or goddaughter. I was hoping to have her and her friends join us from Uganda. I'm still trying to see if they can get on. But thank you both for sharing what it is that you're doing. Now, Claudia, did you say you were in Africa already?
no, it's Miss Gloria who's in Africa
I
already.
I know she's already in, but I couldn't remember if you were in Africa as well. So I know that her students, there seems to be a whole lot of her students here. But before we go there, one of our regular contributors is online, Dr. Gloria. We got an Honorable Gloria and a Dr. Gloria, who happens to be Miss Senior World, Miss Virginia Senior World. Welcome. She is one of our regulars, and we want to give her an opportunity. She is usually traveling at this time as well, so I can't tell if she's in the car or if she's somewhere steady, but we're going to give her the opportunity to chime in. We've got these two amazing women who are doing nursing, training and developing, one already on the continent with a hospital, about to open up a university. Claudia is on her way there as well. And what say you about this conversation so far?
Dr. Crossley.
I hope can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Oh, can't hear. Oh, yeah, it's probably not gonna work. Maybe I'll try pulling over to the mailboxes. You guys still hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
see
Yeah, but you seem to be freezing.
Okay, how
Which means,
about now?
go ahead. Yes.
Okay, real quick. So, yes, honorables. Sounds like you guys had an awesome weekend in New York. So, yay. And I'm sure you guys are getting ready for 2026. And I'm of the opinion that hard work is not painful. So, I mean, it's not pleasant, but it's not too bad.
It's fruitful.
And the reason it's what? Fruitful?
Yes, it's fruitful. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's all those wonderful things. I was up at 3 a.m. and so I'm celebrating. I just finished oh my God, a QAP, that's a quality assurance project plan. I am a retired health administrator, so I know about all the work that goes into credentialing a hospital, a practice, all of that. It's like writing books for everybody that has their hand within the hospital, and then you have to get a certificate of need just to even start to do an assessment to see what's needed and budgeting and all of that kind of great stuff. Traveling nurses are in demand as far as in Africa, I would imagine. And it just sounds like y'all are so excited, and all of the students that are learning and will probably be able to help so many people. I just congratulate all of you for the impact and the outcomes that and the objectives and the goals that you meet. But more than that, it's the service that you all do to help others. And that means that not only do you have a big heart, but that motivation that keeps you going to get up every day and not even sleep, but to help someone else. God applauds you for that. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Gloria. Before we
Thank
go
you.
on to Miss Claudia's students, Nia-san, did you want to jump in this conversation and have a comment or a question?
Yeah, I wanted the two ladies, our main guests, please put your information on the chat in the chat room.
Oh, yes.
So that all those who will be watching this afternoon and forever will be able to get in contact with you. How can they contact you? How can they make sure that they continue to have that conversation with you that helps each other? So please, I don't have a particular question, a specific question. I just wanted to emphasize that point. Let's have your information in our chat group.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you, Nia-san. So before we go to the students that are online, and if there are any students that are online that would like to have a comment or a question, I want you to turn your camera on so I can see you, or use your reaction button and raise your hand. Honorable Gloria, question. I heard you state in New York that you said you wanted to open a nursing school, but they told you you had to open a hospital first. And I thought that seems very strange because it seemed like they would let her train the students and then put the students in hospitals that already exist. But they wanted you to open a hospital first before you could open a school. I'm just curious as to what the reason was behind you having to have your own hospital as opposed to your students going into hospitals that were already in existence.
Oh, thank you so much. So actually, the something you asked was the question, when my consultant called me over here, the consultant that was working on this, on my project, called me. The first day she called me, I couldn't believe it. Actually, I broke down. I was even regretting it, but right now I see it as a blessing, and I'm very happy that I was able to accomplish that goal. I guess, when I went to Abuja, I met the then registrar for nursing, Dr. Farouk Umar Abubakar. I was asking him why. He's like, this is the reason behind it. Every nursing school in Nigeria needs to have its own, it's like the training facility. Because, most of the government hospital might go on strike, but your school remains there, but your hospital remains there. They don't want any lapses, or maybe there is something happen, the doctors went on strike or the nurses went on strike. They see this hospital as part of the as part of the teaching institution.
Okay.
It's called the teaching hospital. So the
Okay.
student
Right.
also study within the hospital. They go for training. In short, it is part of the teaching institution. Most
Mm-hmm.
time you can even start teaching them from that hospital. But the patient are there because after teaching them, they have to go and take care of the patient and practicalize on this patient and nurse this patient. So it's part of the whole process. It's like a list they have to give you. But
Okay.
still,
So go
yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But still, after that, you need to have your MOU with some other bigger hospitals like the general hospital, the government hospital. But the school at its own needs to have that institution called the same name. Yeah.
Okay, so your school is part of their lab. It's their lab time where they actually
Yes.
practice, get their practicums, and then you say they still have to go to the government hospital after that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I was just curious as to why you wouldn't the students wouldn't do their practicums at a hospital that was already established with doctors and nurses where they could train up under. So thank you for
Yeah.
that answer. So we have Lydia who has turned on her camera. Welcome to Africa Online TV. Today we're talking about youth empowerment and nursing education on the continent. Welcome, and what is your comment or question or question?
Lydia.
Uh-oh, she disappeared.
She
And
disappeared. Yeah.
while we wait for her, Claudia, you only put the name of your business. You did not give us an email address or phone number or anything like that, any contact information. That's what we're looking for. So
Yeah,
while we
Ambassador,
wait,
I have a quick remark. I have a quick statement for Dr. Gloria. Please, I know that administrative setups are usually very hard and difficult in African countries, but apparently in Nigeria, yours was smooth. How easy is it to start a business in Nigeria, especially the field in which you are? I know you say you already had things lined up for you.
Anyway, so this is how it goes. First of all, you need to get your consultant, and then you need to go to the council. You have to there is no restriction, but you have to meet that requirement. Before I got licensed, the council came to my school 2 to 3 times. You need to have at least 70 to 80% of their requirement before they can license you. You get your requirements. Once you met it, they have to see everything before they can sign you or before they can license you and give you your accreditation for you to, start to teach. So it's a requirement. If you are able to meet all what they need, they can now license you to take
administrative bottlenecks? Any administrative bottlenecks?
Sorry, say it again.
Any administrative bottlenecks? Because in some countries, it's absolutely out of the question to start a business even tomorrow.
No, in Nigeria, like I told you, in Nigeria, there is a requirement. If you are able to meet it, it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of it takes a lot of how can I put it?
fortitude,
yeah. So once you are able
tenacity.
to meet it, there's no hidden thing there. They will give you this. Okay, you want to, because they welcome people to come in and invest and open businesses, schools, and everything. But you need to meet their requirements, and they need to see it before they can license you.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Mercy has been putting up her finger.
Yes, we have Mercy.
Yeah, so Mercy, can you come on and tell us who you are and what you have as a question or remark?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I don't know where states you are, but I'm in Los Angeles, California. Really, grow. I am the one that initiated growth. For this for this as success. I thank God for everything. But the only thing is that
I will explain it very well. Let me start from you work for me. You are one of my
yes, yes,
CNAs. Why
she's
don't
the
you
one.
start from the beginning? You
Yes,
worked for me.
she's the
I
one
am
that
just,
started
yeah.
me with and then for me to have the lesson. The only thing is that I've Joyce is blessed because she has a backup. Like me being um, a single mom, and they made it impossible. I don't know because of that hospital. I don't have the money. I've already built up to 10 classes. I've had up to this thing for the 60 units hostel. It's I'm making now. But for that hospital, something that they put there. I've already started this since 5 years, but I couldn't come up because I'm just a CNA. But I thank God that God gave me the grace, but I felt I don't know. It has been lingering there. But what I know is that one day it must surely come to pass. But Nigeria made it so impossible because of that. I don't have money to equip hospital or even building and equipping hospital before you can start. So this is where I am. And
Okay, let me.
I'm a student now at Paradise Comfort Comfort School. So
Okay.
I'm
So let me
still
let me understand if I did you say that you tried to open a school in Nigeria and they made it difficult for you?
very, very difficult for me to,
Okay.
yeah. It's
So
not
let
it.
me answer something. Let me
Yes.
Yes.
answer her a little bit with that. It's not like I said before. Like I should tell you, I started this project 2022 when I went down to Nigeria. It's not that they make it difficult, but it is capital intense.
It's capital
So
intent. That's
that
why.
is not that it's not difficult, but they are going to give you your list. We have so many nursing schools in Nigeria. Some are still popping up. Do you
Wow.
know that since I went to Nigeria, I am still building? I am building 300 seater capacity auditorium. I have built almost a 100-room hostel. I am bringing out another structure for hostel. My administrative block is 3-story building, including the hospital. So this, once you are able to get, and before they gave me this license to operate, I got 70% of it. Believe you me, even the structures like the auditorium I'm building now, they need to see the foundation before
Mm.
they approve it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone you cannot complete, they need to see it at a foundation level. And believe you me, they are coming back after 2 years. After every 6 months, I report to them the progress.
Mm.
You keep on giving them the progress because they know the unfinished work you have before they license you. So they cannot come and give you license and you turn back and relax. They will be checking on you. Last December, when I travel back home, I have to go back to Abuja. I gave them a report and they notice there is a progress. You'll be taking pictures, you'll be showing them.
Mm.
They in Nigeria, they mean business, especially when it comes to healthcare. So that is it. It's not that it's too difficult, but it is capital intense. You have to be ready.
Capital intense is what she calls it. I like
Yeah.
the nice way.
Yeah.
It's very political. It's a capital intense.
Yes.
Now, Mercy, you work for Gloria, but you're a student at Comfort Paradise. Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure I got it right.
I,
Anybody?
I'm just working on as a CNA.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't say just a CNN. I am a CNN, not
I'm,
just a
I'm,
CNN.
I'm
Not
a
just
CNA.
every job is a work.
I
That's
thank
right.
God
You're
for his faithfulness.
amen. Amen. Does anyone
Mhm.
else have a comment or a question you'd like to jump in here? I don't
There
know
was,
what happened to Lydia.
there was in Camp
This
Florence.
is Reverend Pam. I have a question. I'm still on the road. First of all, I'm so proud of these two ladies. So I want to find out from Claudia, what does the future hold? And for Gloria, what does the future hold?
Claudia, you want to take it?
Anyone can start. Any of you can start.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Pam, for that question. By the grace of God, I know the future of nursing being always evolving is not just limited to training CNAs and LVNs and RNs. Don't be surprised, Comfort Paradise can start training doctors. So
Amen.
I feel like it's
Awesome.
always endless.
Awesome.
And I also see what is happening in California being global. I see Comfort Paradise. That's the vision I see, and by the grace of God, that vision will come to light. And I thank God again for my students because they will push you. They will tell you, like, Miss C, we have this family member back home that want to be a nurse. So they are always pushing and they're inspiring. So, and thanks to Africa Brain Bank.
Thank you.
Okay, come Florence.
Gloria.
And we're going to make it happen.
Sorry, Dr. Gloria. Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah, sure. Really quick before I forget. I'm a lot older than all of you, most of everybody on here. The reason why I say that is because I remember when I was in school, and I'm a lifelong learner, but I remember when I was in school, at that time, CNAs and even RNs were not, they didn't give medication at a certain level, at a certain degree. But now they let caregivers probably even give medication. So I want to know, is that the same as at your schools? Are you guys able to give medication? Thank you so much.
Okay, Nia Song, before they answer that question, Honorable Gloria was here to answer my question about what it...
I was going to come back to her.
Okay, and I see Debbie on too. She must have a question. All right.
Dr. Gloria, our guest, not our...
Honorable Gloria. We got to keep it straight. Honorable Gloria is the guest. Dr. Gloria is a regular contributor.
Yes. So thank you, Your Highness, Reverend Pam. So the goal for me, or the future for me, is to go into other African countries. And with knowing Her Royal Highness, Reverend Pam, and my friend, I call her my friend now, my colleague, Claudia, our goal right now is to go into, I want to see easy International College of Nursing Education, Nursing Sciences in places like Ghana, Cameroon, Ghana, Cameroon. Those that I have in mind is Ghana, Cameroon, and Kenya. We want to go in there and open schools. But luckily, we are having students from there, but still we want to go in because the nursing school we open is called international. There is something different for me. I know what I have in mind is kind of a specialized training whereby we are trying to combine like in Nigeria, we are trying to combine the curriculum for Nigeria and the international world, like here in US. We are combining the curriculum from US and we are combining the curriculum for Nigeria and we are putting it together to train these nurses. We want tomorrow when our nurses graduate, they can challenge any international board of nursing sciences. So that is the way forward for me. We want to expand more. We want to go into Ghana, train some nurses, open healthcare facilities, hospitals, nursing school, university, go into Cameroon, go into Kenya and all those. So with our partnership, I think we can achieve this. Yes.
They're going to make it happen. It's going to happen.
Thank you, Your Honorable Gloria.
Thank you.
Claudia, did you say last week at the summit that you were looking to start nursing school in Cameroon as well?
By the grace of God, yes.
Okay. I want to make sure. Sister Deborah is on, and Deborah is one of our regular contributors, and she is Cameroonian as well. Welcome, Deborah, to the show. Your comment and or question.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Prophetess Lisa and Sister Queen Reverend Pam, and everyone who is on board. I am so honored and blessed that I've been given a few seconds to chime in. I just want to say, listening to the two ladies who introduced themselves, I just want to say kudos to you and to let you know Africa, the African continent has 52 nations, and I've lived and visited at least 80% of them.
Wow.
And if you're planning on establishing somewhere in healthcare, do not, even if you have CNA, that is like an MD in any of those countries. So don't underestimate the level of what, yes, I can do it. Not underestimate your level of education. Even a CNA can do what a lot of MDs cannot do, depending on where you are and what the circumstances are. Because the MDs are geared towards something and the CNAs and LPNs are geared somewhere else. So please continue to, I just want to give you some encouragement to continue to do what you are doing and do not, especially you are women, women empowerment. Do not let anyone tell you cannot and you will not. Do not let that deter you from where your dreams are taking you to. I know you have politicians and some roadblocks and everything that has to do with blocking you not to proceed because you're female, but don't let that deter you from your dreams.
Thank you so much.
Never underestimate what you are able and capable. Let that fire that is burning inside you continue to burn wherever you are, whatever nation it be. Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, or any other country in the Eastern, Southern, or even North Africa, where the skin color they would challenge you based on your skin color. Don't be afraid. If you have some colleagues who want you in that part of the world, go there fearlessly. I just want to empower you, saying that there are so many roadblocks, but your words and your vision and mission will take you to your final destination. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Wow.
Uncle
Thank
Assam.
you.
Back to you.
Thank you,
Thank
David.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Yes,
Deborah. So I see we have two other people's cameras on. I can't tell if iPhone is on or is that just a picture, but that must mean that you have a comment and or a question. So I'm going to start with Florence because I saw her light. I saw her come on first.
yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Um,
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
my name is Florence Nkemdelem Edemate. I'm a student of Comfort Paradise Institute. Presently doing my LVN there. And my Miss C is my mentor, So I want to share my little experience. I did CNA somewhere when I came into America, 2023. I did CNA for 6 weeks, and after the 6 weeks, I wasn't confident of myself to do the board exam. And during the period we were at Beechwood, where we're doing our clinicals, and I saw they usually pairs us with a nurse, a CNA that we can work with. So there's this particular girl, I was told she just resumed 3 weeks ago, and she was so confident. She was teaching us. I'm like, I thought you said you just resumed. She said, yes. My school where I did my CNA, oh, they are good. I said, what's the name of the school? And she gave us the name. And we went, two of us went to make inquiries. And that is how I went to Comfort Paradise to do my CNA. Being a banker for 23 years, I am not a science student. So I went to Comfort Paradise, and after 6 weeks, I did the exam and I came out like flying colors. And with the help of Miss C, I got a job. and the job is wow as a CNA. And the facility kept me, and anyone that comes into that facility, they say shadow let's came, and they have 20-something years experience. Their main staff. I'm only from registry, so I I see her as my mentor. When she said she started, I was one of the people that said, please start FVN school. I want to come. But it was looking like it was taking so much time. So I registered in a school this year, March, and I paid already part of the school fees. And I run into her and she said, oh, we are starting our school. You're the first person to know. I said, I'm leaving that school. And that was how I left that school and I came to her school. I see her as my husband would say, I don't know what that lady has given you to eat. I said, I like this zeal. She's my mentor. And when Dr. Gloria was also speaking, I was having gross pimples. I was like, see what women are doing. I'm so proud of you both. And I pray God that God will help you. You will go places, and you are motivating a lot of us, I initially said after CNA, I'm done. I'll just work and whatever I can do with CNA, I'll be good with it. But going to Comfort Paradise, I said, if I can do this CNA, that means I can go further. So I pray
Right.
God leads you right, bless the works of your hands, and keep you on top. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Florence. Appreciate those words of encouragement for everyone here. iPhone Chizzy, welcome to Africa Online TV. We're talking about youth empowerment and nursing education. Would you like to unmute yourself and chime in with your question and or comment? You're still muted.
Yeah, he's muted and he's in a very dark area. So please turn on your light so we can see your
She
face
seems to
better.
be having a little problem.
Yeah, he's having.
I want to ask, while she's trying to figure out how to unmute, I want to ask one question, and we only have 4 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm sorry, Dr. Gloria, I saw your hand up, and it's been up for a minute. Did you have another comment?
No, mine wasn't a comment, it was a question.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Oh no, it was about the giving out medication because 20 years ago they didn't let CNAs or MAs give medicine, but now they do. So my question is, do they allow that at your schools there?
No. From my school, no. CNA, scope of practice, CNAs are not supposed to touch anything medication, even oxygen. You cannot administer oxygen. You only care. Yeah.
Did
so,
you
but I think
that they let them in the US?
No.
At some places?
No.
When it comes to
they do.
When it comes to medication management, I'll speak for home care. They can only monitor. They can only monitor, like observe the patient. They cannot put it in their hands to take it. But when they can open the pill for them and say, here's your like a reminder, but they cannot administer. Some facilities will have nurses take extra courses for medication management that will back them up, but it's not within their scope. I hope that clarifies things.
Yeah, and we are speaking from the scope of practice for California. Remember, she said some states. So we are speaking from California's scope of practice. We don't know that if other states allow some level of medication administration.
Some states do, yeah.
Some states might do.
Yeah. Okay, now, Dr. Claire, you have a school in Africa, in Nigeria. Are they being trained to give medication, your CNAs?
No, for my CNA school in Nigeria, I'm using my California curriculum to teach them. So they are not supposed to give medication.
Okay.
So I'm using everything here to train them in Africa as a CNA. So it's a no-no.
But you can open it. Go ahead, Claudia.
And just to add up, before you administer medicine, you need to know what it is. What are the side effects? What are the
Exactly.
contraindications?
Yeah.
What can you do if something go wrong? But a CNA with 5 weeks of training,
You cannot, yes.
they don't know all of these things.
Yeah,
They
those
don't know
things,
what
yeah.
class of medication is. They don't even know what to give if there's something happens. So
Yeah, so
that's
But
yeah.
now, which I think, Claudia, you have a home care agency as well, correct?
correct.
Yes. So while your CNAs are in the home taking care of clients, and their clients already have medication that have to take, they can take the medication out. How do they administer the medication to their home care clients?
So usually the family will have the pill dispenser for like a 2 weeks, all pre-filled. Then the
Okay.
caregiver will remind them, like, "Hi, Miss John Doe, it's time for your morning meds." But they cannot say, "This is your medicine. Open the pill and give it to them now." They can
Oh,
Okay.
only give reminders.
I have a
oh,
question. I know we are coming to the top of the hour, but I have a question for Sister Gloria and Sister Claudia. They can answer that question after we announce the topic. In Africa, there are a lot of street and self-proclaimed healthcare practitioners. There are people that sell medications even on the streets, and people buy those medications. As we are expanding to Africa, I want to find out if any consideration has been given as to how to tackle this issue, because you have nurses that run pharmacies back home, and there is a problem with polypharmacy, drug interactions, even allergies. So I want you guys to think about that as we do.
transition.
Yeah, the top of the hour where we play our anthem. You guys get some water to drink, but I want both of you to think about it, because that is something I'm very passionate about. Especially you guys both know I'm a clinical pharmacist, but I've seen on the continent that's not a challenge here, but in Africa, for example, people take Tylenol, Panadol, or paracetamol for anything and everything.
Yes.
They take
Yes.
antibiotics for everything and anything. So I want you guys to think about that, and then weigh in on the type of policies and procedures or standard operating procedures that will be put in place to curb all that, because we want to bring the best to our people.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Lisa.
Pam. We are
Absolutely. And we're so proud of you guys. The two guest keynote speakers today, because no, no, no is always the best answer. And that is the highest standard. That's the gold standard. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Dr. Gloria, the guest, did you say you have something to share later on? Because we could make time for that. After the
I think it's Claudia that has something to share. But for me, I don't have nothing to share, but all the things I'm saying.
We could break time for that after the announcements.
No, I think we've covered most of it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we encourage you. We're at the top of the hour. We're going to play our anthem. We encourage you to go grab a drink of water. For those of you who may be cooking dinner, check on your pot and come right back in about 5 minutes.
The California people are cooking lunch, not dinner.
Oh, they're cooking lunch? Okay, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll be back.
Thank you.
Anthem. There we
go. Africa. Oh no. Africans for Africa. 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 Africans have many bright ideas. If only you let us share. If you really want to know my history, please come Sit down, listen to my story. God gave us a wisdom. He guides our footsteps, makes us shine and transform. Hey, as one people with so many cultures, yet indeed we are one. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Let us all unite behind Africa Online Media Corporation. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. It's time to come together, promote awareness, progress, and solution. Hey, Africans, Africans for Africa. Africans, Africans for Africa. Africans, Africans for Africa. All Africans can rally for a common cause, to believe without judgment in what our brother does, to identify and resolve our challenges, to allow each other's ideas without regard to standards. As one people with so many cultures, yes indeed we are one. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Let us solve all the problems plaguing our continent. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Let us empower Africans in and out of Africa. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Africa Online Media Corporation, that's a good way to start. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. They have all the resources we need to benefit our society. Oh. Education for everyone, if we believe. Prosperity for Africans, if we believe. Medical facilitation for Africans, if we believe. Stand up, Africa, yes, for Africa. Africa Online Media Corporation, that's a good way to start. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Africa is a cradle of civilization, the motherland. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. We were enslaved not because we were weak, but because of our hospitality. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Jump on the Africa Online Miracle Jet. Don't be left behind. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Together we shall succeed. Together we will win. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. We are writing our own story, the truth, and we shall tell it to the world. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. No more lies. Africans own Africa.
No more lies. Africans, we own Africa. That song was written by our illustrious CEO, Her Royal Highness, Reverend Dr. Pam, and we are so excited that we own full rights to that song. Now, our guest, you happen to hear the Africa's Brain Bank theme, which she wrote. This is the first time you are hearing the Africa Online national anthem. Before we left, Reverend Dr. Pam asked a question. Oh, wait a minute. Our guests are not
No,
back yet.
announce the topic next week.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, we forgot the topic for next week.
On the announcement. So next week we're going to be talking remittances. We know our sisters here have been sending a lot of money to Africa. Sister Gloria, for her to be building all that stuff, she has to be sending money. Claudia doing the same thing. A lot of the times you get a call from Africa, people are looking for money. So we'll be discussing remittances next week. And our sister who was in New York, Mrs. Pamela Anchang, will be here to talk about Tap Tap Send and remittance. Okay. So that will be the topic next week. And also, for those of you who didn't make it to New York, next year, Labor Day weekend, U.S. Labor Day weekend, because Africa's Labor Day is different. September the 3rd through the 7th, Africa's Brain Bank 7th Annual Summit and Charity Ball will be in Accra, Ghana, next year. So you have 1 year to plan. So start putting aside $200 a month for your ticket. We will partner with an airline. And the Consul General for Ghana, whom I had the pleasure of meeting last week at the mayor's residence, the New York City mayor's residence, he offered to process all our visas. Isn't that amazing? So
yes, that certainly is.
Invited to Accra next year for Africa's Brain Bank 7th Annual Summit and Charity Ball. And guess what we're going to be discussing? Healthcare. So, and our sisters here, Sister Claudia and Sister Gloria, are going to be playing a major role, not just in that event, but in the structures that we are setting up to fix Africa's healthcare system. Over to you, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you. The Africa's healthcare system is definitely, it needs a lot to be desired. I live on 4 different countries there, and I have experienced 4 different types of healthcare facilities. I've been to the little back garage with a little dusty table, and where you'd be like, oh my God, where am I? I've been to a hospital, I've been to a clinic owned by a doctor at one of my brother's churches. So I've had to share, I've not had to spend the night there. Oh, my firstborn son's father was sick and was in what I guess they would consider intensive care. And when I went, there was no whatsoever, no structure. It made no sense how those beds were just thrown in the room. You were walking a maze trying to get. I'm like, if a doctor had to come in here and get a patient out, they would have to take every single bed out of the room to get him out because there were no rows. Their beds were just pushed in the room. It was the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. I've never seen anything like that. Reverend Pam did ask a question before we left for the top of the hour, but I see that we have a student who had a question, and I want to say he was Ocholi, Okoli,
Okoli.
Kule. Welcome.
Okoli.
Unmute yourself, dear. You have to
unmute. Hello,
yourself.
Obi, unmute. Actually, that's my brother he's calling in from Nigeria. He's one of the non-academic staff from Easy International College of Nursing Sciences. He's my blood brother. He's calling in all the way from Enugu, Nigeria.
Wonderful.
So
we still need you to unmute yourself so we can hear you.
Can you unmute yourself and speak? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to unmute, but we can take it from there. You couldn't.
We really need to give him the mic. We need to hear from him.
There he is.
Yes, unmuted now.
Yeah. He unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear
you. We can hear you.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm so excited to be with you guys at this time.
Hello.
Hello. My God, Gloria, he looks like you.
That's my immediate younger brother.
He doesn't look like somebody who has been sleeping.
He has been waiting for the program. They are all waiting for the program. I told
Wonderful.
them.
So we'll be waiting for you as well. So what's your question, your comment? We're excited to have you join us from the continent.
Yeah, I just joined now, and I would like to say I'm happy and I'm excited with what you guys are doing over there. You
Okay.
know, the whole initiative, the whole plans, you know, for bringing back knowledge and education to Africa, which is the motherland. You know, I'm happy, and it's a good thing that we're thinking towards this direction.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, we are
Thank
excited to
you.
keep
Thank
those brains on the continent as well. We don't want them to
you.
come over here and get stuck and they stay.
Yes.
You know, they say that there are more Nigerian doctors in New York than there are on the entire continent, or
Really.
in the entire country of Nigeria, and we want to stop that kind of brain drain. We
Well,
want to,
Ambassador Lisa,
Yeah.
let me just say this
sure.
before Mr. Okoli goes to sleep. Well,
Oh,
between your sister and Sister Claudia, we are going to train enough nurses and medical
Wow.
professionals on the continent to discourage medical tourism out of Africa. As a matter of fact,
Wow.
we're going
Wow.
to train them so well people will be leaving America to come to Africa to get care.
amen.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amen. I like that. I like
Amen.
that.
It's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Amen. We can't wait for that to happen.
It's going to happen.
So before you
Yeah.
get ladies get around to answering Reverend Pam's question, I hope you still remember it because I don't. I know something about pharmacy and illegal medications. We have two guests that would like to have something to say. Carl has had his hand up for a while, and we have Evangelist Esther. Come in. If Esther, you are already on camera, so tell us where you're calling in from and your question and or comment.
Hello, everyone. Hello,
Amen.
Reverend Palm. I'm Dr. Esther. I'm also an evangelist. I came
Wow.
with her to New York 2 weeks ago. I work with her directly. Uh, Reverend Palm will remember me. So
Yes, I
I,
do.
yes. So good job, ma'am,
Thank you.
because I have things to say and I have observation, I have review, and I also have question. Even Reverend Pam seemed to have read my mind because she started answering my question. I haven't worked with um, Honorable Gloria since for like 4 years or 4 years plus now. I see that she has, because I work with her directly here in Los Angeles, California as an assistant manager. I'm also the school HR, the school admissions, and the rest. So we work closely together. I see our passion. I see our pain, especially for Nigerian youth. And you would even see not only Nigerian youth, Africa in totality, because other than immediately she started the agency for the registry for the nursing job, she's thinking of how can we also empower, especially our people as they are coming in, or even at home. She's doing the same thing in Africa, in Nigeria. And that before you know it, we are training them again. She's spending her money, she's spending her time, energy, sleepless nights, putting things together to see that people are being trained. No one is jobless. Everybody is useful for their lives. And I tell you, she's really putting a lot. And recently she went back to, even she just traveled like 3 months ago. And I can say that other than all those things that she's doing, do you know that she's creating jobs for Africans? I tell you, some people are working in a hospital, some people at the college, some people at the pharmacy, some people at their store, food store, and everything. And now she has been talking about going into other African countries. Like when we came to the New York, since then, she has not been resting. She's been talking about, oh, how can we strategize? What can we do again? We need to go to Cameroon. We need to go to Ghana. We need to go. So the question I wanted to ask, as far as this platform is concerned, is like Reverend Pam read my mind. That's what is this particular platform doing? Is there any provision? Is there any partnership? Is there anything, strength or backbone they are trying to embrace this vision to say, oh, you come, we are available, we have this readily available? Because by so doing that, she's trying, like Reverend Pam just mentioned it now, and I love that statement and the expression that She wants situation. Her vision is, and I think her vision is in alignment with the my boss, that she's trying to say that we don't want situation whereby our people are just, going, traveling because of war. What are they doing there? Why they are coming is the reason they can stay in their countries, in our African countries, and stay there, and they will still get jobs, and they will still be satisfied. Of course, some people can even decide to say, you know what, I want to go home too, because the same thing, you can see she's using the same standard here. So I see her passion, and I've been like thinking, who, she doesn't know anyone in Cameroon, for instance. She doesn't know anyone in Ghana, but all this are passion. What is this platform or this forum is doing to embrace such and to say, oh, this is the way forward. This is the next thing to do. You've heard her own side of the story, as what she went through in Nigeria, as difficult as it was, even though she said it wasn't difficult because she overcame it. So I believe that we can just eat it, like Reverend Pam already started talking about it. So those are the things I have to contribute. But I tell you that she has really, she cannot really express all the things she has achieved, even here, especially our African community, not only Nigeria. We have Cameroon working for us. We have Ghana, we have Ghana. We have so many African focusing on African society, both here and home. So I just want to see, is there anything we are doing to embrace and to say, come to our own country too. We are readily available for you. God bless all of us. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Evangelist
you.
Thank
Esther,
you very much.
let me answer that question.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
Yes.
You heard some of it in New York. I know you didn't stay throughout, but uh, we are going to facilitate it, not just in Ghana, or as a matter of fact, we are going to Ghana before the end of this year. And not
Ooh.
just in Ghana, but throughout sub-Saharan Africa, we are going to facilitate it. We are Pan-Africanist. This AfricaOnline is our sister organization to Africa's Brain Bank. But at the Brain Bank, our main goal is to end the brain drain.
Yes.
And I had changed the definition of the brain drain. It's not just skillful workers leaving Africa, is the lack of access to the global African intellectual capital by all people of African descent. So whatever our sisters know here, we want to make it available to all the nurses back home. We are going to train them with the same standard here, but by the time they add our culture, especially the empathy and compassionate spirit we are going to even produce better nurses than they have here. And we do have land in Ghana that we're going to make available for them to facilitate this. We have country reps, we have kings of kingdoms, we have people in the administration that will cut the red tape, and nobody's going to ask them for bribe, because we don't bribe people. But we are taking this serious, and we are running with it. So they are not alone, and that's why collaboration is so key.
Powerful.
Our sisters are even going to work together. Sister Claudia, Sister Gloria are gonna collaborate, and we are going to facilitate things for them. And we are going to build an amazing state-of-the-art medical ecosystem that will be the envy of the world. And I'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Reverend Pam.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Okay, we have 4 people with their hands up. We have decided we're going to extend the show a little bit because we want to give everyone an opportunity to have something to say. I believe Uganda is chiming in as well, but right now we're going to go to Carl, who had his hand up. Evangelist Gloria, would you please put your hand down? Dr. Crosman, unless you have another question, can you put your hand down as well?
I do have a question. It's for the
Okay.
lady who wants to start her hospital but doesn't have the capital. I was just thinking of some ideas.
Oh,
Okay.
Is she still here?
Can you hold your ideas for a second? Let me have Carl
You still
cross.
want me to put my hand down?
Well, keep it up
No,
just
don't put your hand down. We'll
I'll
call
remember,
you.
yes. Go ahead, Carl.
Hi. I just have a few questions I would like to ask as a new nurse. So my first question would be, how has nursing changed since? Because I believe this program is like based on nursing. So I wanted to ask, how has nursing changed since yours started, and what do you think the future looks like for us as new nurses?
Where are you calling in from, and where are you
Um,
talking about new nursing?
okay, I'm a student at Comfort Paradise Training
Okay.
Institute, and I'm calling from Los Angeles, California.
Okay. And what was your other questions?
So my other question is the second question would be what do employees look for in a new nurse besides their technical skills, and how do you all recommend preparing for early advanced nursing roles while still in school, because we want to keep moving forward, not just being in one place. So how would you advise preparing for advancement in different nursing roles while still in school?
Okay, ladies, which one would you like to speak?
Let me Comfort is your student. You're gonna take it from there, but I just have something. You know, I will just touch a little bit of the two questions he asked. He's saying, I think the first question you said, since we started nursing, what have changed, right?
Yeah,
If I'm right.
what has changed, and what do you think the future of nursing is like for us as new nurses?
Okay, my dear, nursing is the same nursing since even before we came here. You're an immigrant, right?
Yes, I am.
Where did you come from? Sorry. What
From
part of
Cameroon.
Africa? Where?
Cameroon.
Cameroon?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I myself am from Nigeria. I migrated here 16 years ago. And I believe even before we came here, nothing has been the same. It has never changed. Although the COVID hit, it was a very challenging one for nurses, but we were able to conquer it. It's the same curriculum, the same teaching, but every day there are new ways. Like now, when the COVID came, well, we suffered a lot of losses, but before you know it, they developed like the vaccine was developed, new ways, new precaution and everything, and we were able to combat the COVID. So as cases will be coming up, we have researchers who are working, but the same nursing care, the same health care is the same thing as you go on. And when you say what is the new thing for us, my dear, you are not in the wrong profession. And maybe you've heard me talk. Everything I achieved, even back home in Nigeria, I got it from nursing. So I don't know. I don't want to say nursing is the best, but let me tell you, once you focus in your education, do not give back. It's not an easy course, but you have to stay focused. You don't have to, focus, work, and let me tell you, tomorrow, once you get that your license, I don't know how many months you are into your nursing, but let me tell you, once you get that your license, give it 3 months, 6 months, you will be a changed person. Once you got out there, got your job, and start making money, your life is gonna change. You are in the best, you are in one of the best courses so far. Okay?
Okay.
So when it comes for a new nurse, I don't know, are you working right now as a CNA?
I'm working as a caregiver, yes.
Okay, as a caregiver, but you're not working in the facility.
Yeah.
So I wish, like the way I went through my own, I was working as a CNA. This is one other way you have to, that gave me experience. While you are in your LVN school, if you are in the facility now, watch the LVN, because in 3, 4 months you are going to be passing medication by the special grace of God. You see what they are doing. Sometimes you walk to them, you tell them, maybe when you have finished taking care of your patient, you can say, what, I'm an LVN student. I'm taking my classes in 6 months or 7 months. I'm going to be a graduate. Oh, can you tell me, how are you doing this? How are you doing this? Because believe you me, most hospitals will like you to have experience before you come on board to work for them. Another way you can do that, some of the facility will take you as a new grad. They have some training to do to offer to you before they can fully employ you. So those are the ways you can gain your experience. You can register for one of the new grad programs to help you, or work along with being a CNA always give you more experience to be an LVN or even an RN. You watch what they are doing, because it's just a matter of time for you to be passing medication like them. So that's the little I can chip
So
in.
you would say the future of nursing is secured.
Oh my dear, it is more than secure. Believe you me, check us. The immigrants here, 90% of us are nurses. You know why? Because those before us have tested it and they
There's
believe
always going to be sick people.
yes, it is
So
part of
nursing
life.
is a
You are
field.
going to
Nursing
get
is a
sick.
field that will go on forever.
Exactly. And the job will be there, because the older nurses are retiring, the new ones are coming.
That's
So
right.
the job security will be there, the benefit will be there, the money will be there, it will be getting better. So
Right.
you are in the right direction. Okay.
Okay, so my
Wonderful.
other
Well,
questions were thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Has given me a
You,
little bit of clarity. So my other
thank you.
question was apart from like what do employers look for in because I'm trying to talk for us new nursing students. So I just want to understand broadly what do employers look for in a new nurse besides your technical skills?
Experience. But
Experience.
go ahead, Comfort.
I didn't get what his
So,
question was. I'm sorry. Can someone repeat his question? It wasn't very clear.
What do employers look for in a new nurse besides their technical skills?
Okay, thank you.
so thank you, Carl Superstar, for that amazing question, and thank you, Miss Gloria, for answering his question. Um, what I would say every employer looks for in a nurse is compassion. Is your
Yes.
heart in the right place?
Mm-hmm.
That covers everything. You can be good in technical skills, but if you don't leave an impression when you leave that bedside, you did not do anything.
That's right.
So that answers that question.
Yeah.
Nursing in the future, again, Ms. Gloria said it all. I want you to start thinking about where technology meets compassion now. That's the future of nursing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I have a few points for you. Now, in this day and age, we have telehealth where we have patients back home, they do labs, and doctors here review it. They just get on a FaceTime and do an assessment. You have doctors who do surgery and they're doing it back home, and if they have questions, a doctor can chime in online. You now have smart IV pumps. When we did nursing back in the day, the IV, which is called drip in Africa, it runs by gravity. Now we have technology where you can program it, pain medication, pain pumps, and things like that. And of course, we have mobile apps now that makes things easy for nursing. We also have devices. Before, if you were lifting a patient who was 200 pounds, now you have devices to help you with that. And it only gets better.
Hmm.
It only gets better in nursing. The need is there, the population is small, and with you, your heart is in the right place. Just find that compassion, that thing that drives you inside.
Okay, I have something to say to our young. I'm sorry. What's your name? Please.
Carl.
Carl. I want to throw a challenge to you and the uh, uh, new students that are going to be coming into both Comfort Paradise and Easy. I want an African descendant to come up with a solution. Right now in the hospital, my background is clinical pharmacy. I studied at University of Houston, and I spent 11 years in the largest medical center in the world, Texas Medical Center. But last year, I was in a hospital for a long time, and there's a problem that needs to be fixed. Somebody's making noise. Please mute.
Yeah.
There's a problem that needs to be fixed, and I would love for it to be done by one of our students here. And I'm throwing this out for free. Anybody can take it and run with it because I don't have the time to come up with this solution. But when the patient's IV runs dry, guess what happens? The pump starts beeping, right?
Yeah.
It is beeping in the room and waking up the patient.
Right.
So I want you to come up with a solution where that when it dries, it doesn't beep in the room and wake up the patient. It beeps at the nurse's station.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's
Hmm.
my challenge, Sister
That's
Gloria.
good.
Sister Gloria, I'm putting this out there. Whoever comes up with that is going to become a billionaire, and then you can send 10% of that to Africa's Brain Bank because I gave you that idea.
Okay.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
something that can be done with technology. There's no reason for the pump to wake me up. I can't fix it. I was not a nurse. I was a
Exactly.
patient.
Exactly.
I was a patient and I was trying to get some sleep. So it should not be, I should not have to press a button, or the beep should not come from my room. It should alert the nurses. So you guys work on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Any
Thank
comments
you.
from Sister Gloria or Sister Claudia on that?
No comment yet. No
Thank
Okay.
comment.
you.
That
So I
would
Sister
be
just
a
Claudia.
miracle.
It is a
I
very
just want to make sure I get clarity on all my questions. So the other one was how do you recommend preparing for early advancement for an early advanced nursing rules whilst in school? How do you prepare for other advancement in nursing while still in school, maybe as an LVN?
Let me answer that, Mr. Carl. That's a good question. I feel like where you are right now, just focus on where you are.
Mm-hmm.
When you finish where you are, you go to the next step, the doors will start opening.
Yes.
It won't open if you haven't finished. Just focus where you are right now. And you
Right.
have a good mentor. So
That's right.
that's all I can tell you.
I,
Yeah,
I
you
I
are
agree.
right.
Yeah,
I'm not in.
let me just weigh in what Sister Clara just said so that our student will know what she's saying is accurate because with our STEM students, we're telling it's a systemic learning process.
Yeah.
You cannot do algebra without mastering arithmetic.
Sure.
You cannot do calculus without doing algebra. If they move you from arithmetic to calculus without algebra, you're going to be totally lost.
It's true.
So, like she says, focus on what you are doing now. You go from CNA to LVN to
And
RN
LVN.
or 2-year RN or BSN, and then you go to your nurse practitioner and then doctorate. Can do a PhD in public health or whatever. But follow the steps and the phases. And with
Exactly.
the mentors that you have and the support system that you have, Africa's Brain Bank will be there for you. We are going to be collaborating with these two amazing ladies, so you have a global support system. And we're believing that once you graduate, you'll follow in the footsteps of our sisters here and also pay it forward. Because we need a lot. My dad told me there are two things that people always need: medicine and food. So that's why I went into pharmacy. He said, so healthcare, nurses are always, I have a lot of respect for nurses because I don't even have I can't even stand blood. That's why I'm not a physician today, because I'm afraid of blood. What the nurses do, I dove my hat off to them. Even though when I was in the hospital, sometimes they used to get on my nerves calling for medications that have already been tubed up to their station. But I applaud the nurses for what they do. They are the backbone of any healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
And doctors rely on them a lot, and patients. And it's a calling. You cannot be a nurse if you were not called. If you go into nursing for money, you'll be miserable.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you
That's
so
all.
much.
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much. And to conclude, I'm just going to ask just this last thing, just for clarification. So what is it that you people which that new nursing students understand about the profession that a school will not teach us? I mean, like in the real world scenario of nursing, that school will not teach us as while you're in the field. I don't know if my question is clear.
Sure.
Are you a francophone?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not. What part of Cameroon are you from?
I'm from Bamenda.
I was born in Bamenda. What
That's
tribe?
so wide. It's so wide.
Near song. That's okay. No, because I just dictated an accent. That's what I was asking.
I understand. I understand. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so like the real world scenario, what is it that you wish a nursing student would understand about the real world scenario of nursing that we are not going to learn in school?
Okay, I can answer that, Mr. Ka. The first thing is time management, right? You need to know how to manage your time efficiently. So your school won't teach you to wake up this time, do this, don't do this. Time management, stress management. You're going into a field where you're going to be bombarded left and right. You need to be able to think on your feet. So you need to know when it's time for a timeout and when it's time to prepare before a timeout. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mhm.
And always prepare yourself for the unknown. Like you don't
Yes,
predict it, it happens.
it
Your
happens.
floor may come up and say, we're going to change whatever system we're using. You should always be proactive. Just move like water. Be open to learning new things. That's just what the healthcare industry is about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So true, Claudia. It reminds me of when we were changing software at Texas Children's Hospital back then. I'm not going to tell you what year before you start dating me, but I mean, it was a hospital-wide change, and it was not fun because we had to do it in such a way that it did not compromise or delay patient care. So it's good to be agile, it's good to be flexible,
Mm-hmm.
it's good to be ready and to be alert. You're right. And one thing I want to add to that is your school is not going to teach you how to manage a grieving family. Patients are going to die on your watch, and family is going to go crazy, especially Black family. You know, and you need to be prepared for things like that. It is never. In my case, I stopped serving alcohol to people. It had nothing to do with church. It was just a 40-something-year-old that died from pancreatic cancer, and the parents, the way they wept, got to me. Today, as I'm talking to you, I can see them crying and weeping. And I just said, I would never serve alcohol. Another one was liver cirrhosis, that I would never serve alcohol to nobody. So those things stay with you.
If I may add to Carl, empathy is very important in nursing because you have to have that spirit of sympathizing with your patient, sympathizing with the family, having that feeling, that human feeling for whoever comes before you with a problem.
Thank you.
Please, please, I don't know. I have my elder sister here. She's the school administrator. She's calling in from Enugu from the school.
Oh, we need to hear from her.
Yeah, it's the International College of Nursing Sciences. She's my immediate elder sister because she will be working with us. Actually,
Awesome.
when we do some of this initiative in Africa, she will be the one to take it over from there to be visiting some of these African countries. Her name is Miss Peace. She's my immediate elder sister. She's the administrator. She is managing a lot of students. So she's over there raising her hand, Miss Peace.
Let's hear from her.
Carl, could you please mute yourself now? Thank you.
Hello, good evening and good morning, everyone.
Yeah,
good morning.
Yeah.
My name is Mrs. Peace Ifeanyi Okodo, the administrator of East International College of Nursing Science, Enugu in Nigeria.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm honored to present East International College of Nursing Science. Our institution is dedicated in providing high-quality nursing education, fostering innovation, shaping the next generation of healthcare professionals. I'm excited to connect with you all today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you are doing.
Enugu. Thank you.
Thank you for what you are doing. My dad worked in Enugu in the 50s. My sister was born in Enugu. She looks like an Igbo girl. And I'll be visiting Enugu before the end of this year.
Yeah, she'll be there to welcome us.
I can't wait to meet you.
I would like to welcome you to International College of Nursing Science. I would like to see you, ma'am.
Okay.
As my CEO has said, Honorable Gloria Chijoke Batram, in fact, she's an exceptional human being. She has been trying, in fact, her type is not. She has been making everything possible, both the staff and the students, to be comfortable. At least in that our school, we have about 150 staff there that she's managing and taking care of. Yes.
Awesome. That is impact. That is impact. And she's going to be collaborating with our sister Claudia. You know, when they join forces, they're going to move mountains for Africa.
Yes, they are. Amen. Yes, they are. Because we do not have to reinvent the wheel. We just need to come together with all our spokes and be a bigger wheel. Okay.
That's right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Peace. Can't wait to meet you.
Kathy, you have your camera on, even though you're dark. Did you have a question or comment? And is this my Kathy from Uganda?
Okay.
Because we'd love to hear from nurse. I was trying to wake up my sister in Nigeria. She's a retired nurse. I was trying to wake her up, and her husband's like, she's not moving.
No, I can't hear.
So what was that?
I think you're done. Thank you, Miss Peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Well,
is the question clear to me? I can't hear.
No,
hello?
It's not you.
Okay.
No, I was saying that I was trying to wake up my sister in Nigeria, but her husband says she's asleep already. And I thought Kathy was my daughter in Uganda, who is a nurse. And I wanted to hear from a nurse, a young woman who was a nurse already, doing her thing in the country. And she is unmuting. And if this is my Kathy,
Wait a minute. I thought Dr. Crossley was going to say something about funding. Is she still on?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dr. Crossland does have her hand up. She was talking about funding.
Okay. Yeah. So first, the young man, Carl, if I'm saying your name correctly,
Yes, Carl.
everybody else, everybody else, close your ears, because what I'm going to tell him. So, because it's my own personal opinion. But Carl, are you in the United States?
Yes.
Dr. Crossley, we can't see you. Did you turn off your
Yes.
lights?
No, she's there. She's
Oh,
just dark.
I can't help that right now. I'm really
Okay.
excited. So, Carl, everybody's ears supposed to be closed. Okay, Carl.
Okay.
So, Mr. Carl, so what you want to do is, like, in the US, you can use artificial intelligence and use it, to your own benefit without sharing it, what you're doing with other people, because it's just like anything else. It's none of their business. And
Yeah.
I'm going to put my phone number in the chat. I will show you how to use artificial intelligence to help you find scholarships, to help you maneuver through things. Because I'm just going to tell you, you being a young Black man, and I think I had my glasses on earlier, and you're quite attractive. So you have to protect yourself, because you are priceless. I mean, you're valuable, more than gold.
Okay.
Okay. And so many companies would love to have you. Now, also, let me tell you another thing. It doesn't matter what job you go into, but especially nursing, you're going to always have to dot your I's and cross your T's, because other people, it's just the mentality that other people have. They'll always try to take your license. It doesn't even matter if you're a pilot. But guess what? I got a perfect example. It don't even matter if you got a driver's license, because the popo always trying to take people's license, and even to get license is hard, going over to the DMV. But that's just the reality of the real world that we live in. You got to work hard, and it's okay. Because when you put God first, He's going to make a way for you. But especially in nursing, the nurses can't get along with each other. That's why they have a zero fight tolerance, because they be fighting in there and stuff. And the doctors are mean and all that. But that is the reality of it. But don't let none of that stop you. It didn't stop them.
Yeah.
Excuse me for yelling. But
No, it's okay.
But that's how people are. They'll see you with something and they'll just try to take it. It doesn't matter what, it could be an apple. So that just try to keep your focus on your destiny, because God created you for a purpose. And I know everybody got to go. And I know you have a lot of opportunities and a lot of different paths you can take. And I know it's some that you would have rather taken, but those weren't open to you. But guess what? Those aren't closed either. So that's why you got to really have God at the forefront. Young lady that wants to have her start her own hospital, you can still do it. Don't give up on your dreams. You can also use artificial intelligence. It will give you ideas. It's so much going on in a positive way of people that I know, and you would be surprised at the opportunities that you have. Um, so always keep wanting to have your own hospital at the forefront, but God probably has a path for you to take that's going to be a little bit different. And you can still get scholarships and find your way to do whatever it is you want. Do not let anybody tell you or steal your dreams from you. Because when I see people's fire burning like you guys, it irritates me, because I'm like fanning your fire, telling you to come on, let's get with it. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I sure hope you have something left, Dr. Gloria, for your last word.
Well, I
I
think we
will
need to do
yield.
it.
I will yield the mic. Thank you so much. I'll put
Thank
my
you.
information in chat. You guys call me anytime. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I have one final question, but I want to make sure that none of our guests that are online, and I know that Kathy came on late, but I want to make sure that none of our guests online have a question and or a comment before we round up the program. So if you have a question or a comment,
Chime
Hi,
in.
ma'am.
that is my daughter, Kathy. Oh, CBA OTI. Only OTI.
Nibulunji, mami.
So this is my daughter, Kathy. She is in Uganda, and
Hi, Kathy.
I believe I woke her up, and she is a nurse, and she has been practicing. I guess now she graduated about 4 years, maybe before the pandemic. So come on and talk to us about nursing in Uganda. There's my beautiful daughter.
Hi,
Hi.
ma'am. Hi.
Hi.
So, good morning.
Good morning, dear.
Yeah, I came on late. I think power left. We had no power for the last 7 hours. So I woke up. The good thing I had plugged in my phone. So my name is Catherine. I'm a nurse. I think I graduated 2016. I'm a BSN nurse. So nursing in Uganda, nursing is one of those careers that actually not really respected by the government.
Oh.
Really underpaid, overworked, and the nurses leaders are also not respected like that much. So they are not autonomous. Our nurses associations cannot speak for us. So it's really not a good place. Like Uganda does not respect nurses that much.
We're going to change that.
Yes.
Yes. So, when Kathy graduated, I sent her scrubs from the US. Even though the nurses don't wear scrubs there, but I wanted her to have the scrubs that we wear here in US. Now, I know for a fact that almost everyone in Uganda is disrespected in their profession and they're definitely underpaid. The police in Uganda make $100 a month, and they are not guaranteed to get that $100 at the end of their month. So now to hear Kathy say that the nurses are disrespected, they're not appreciated, and they're underpaid and overworked. How are you ladies? Kathy, you missed the beginning of the program. We have the Honorable Gloria, who has opened a hospital, a college that's about to open, and a teaching facility in Nigeria, and she's moving across countries. And Sister Claudia, who has a training facility for nurses as well. How are you all going to help the nurses that are already on the continent? Because we're talking about keeping the brains in the country. And now Kathy has not been one that has tried to leave as of yet. But how are you going to help keep the brains in the country of people like her who, like she said, is underpaid? And that was going to be my question. How are you getting paid? Are you being paid, and are you being responsible for the salaries of the people that you train and get jobs? Dr.
So
Gloria, Honorable Gloria, you first.
Sorry, can you summarize? Can you ask me one more time? Can you say it again?
Kathy was saying how they're disrespected, they're not paid, they're underpaid. My question was going to be, how are you paying the nurses, and the nurses that you are helping to get jobs? Are they getting jobs through you, or are they getting jobs from the government? And how are you going to handle that pay situation for the nurses that you are training and releasing on the continent?
So also for me here, like studying here, in America, nurses are being paid well. That is why almost everybody wants to be a nurse or going into healthcare. I'm going to speak for myself in what I'm doing in Nigeria. At least my school, I'm paying like you can hear my sister said in Easy International, like all my school, I have almost 100 and something staff, and I'm paying them from US. Although I'm not paying them in dollar, I'm paying them in naira, but I'm paying them very good. But for my nurses in Nigeria, these new ones I'm training, I have to say this: I'm training them as international students. By October of this year, we'll be having nothing less than 360 something nursing student. One of my goal for this student now is a combination of curriculum. And once they finish, they graduate, I'm going to help them to write the NCLEX and also help them for the UK Board of Exam. And once we finish, we're going to try to help them get employed, both in Africa and diaspora, to help them. We are going to help them find good paid job. And we are hiring some of them. Some of the healthcare workers I have trained, I'm rehiring them to come and work, and I'm making sure I'm paying them because I know how much we nurses are making here. So once we train them finish, we are going to help them, some of them, because I am so sorry, when you train, like in 4 years, I might be having not less than 600 students. Some of them needs to go out and make those money and bring it back to Africa. You know, all of them cannot be there in Nigeria. The job,
Yes.
the hospitals is not there. So we are going to spread them out globally all over the country, get the staffing agency or the travel nurses or whatever, help them challenge the board of nursing and try to see where we can send them. The same thing, once they start making their money, they're going to send it back home because they still have loved ones at home. Another thing I'm going to bring in here before we round up, there is this program, maybe later I can share it with you and maybe with your daughter. And it's through the brain bank I got this connection. They are trying to do something called the Under Your Roof Doctor. This is just like she explained it to me. It's just like Uber for healthcare workers, and they are trying to do it globally. And their target is people here in diaspora. Like here, Honorable, you can go. They are going to launch this app by tomorrow. They are trying to partner my hospital in Nigeria, and they are trying to partner all over Africa. And when they partner, like you now can order for a service for one of your loved one back home in Africa. But by then, we are going to hire so many nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals globally. They will be on the app, just like the way Uber works. When you order, the nurses see your order. Maybe your daughter is in the platform. She now requests for the job. She now go and visit the patient, and they'll be paid in dollar.
Wow.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. That's technology.
Yes, so we are launching it. Reverend Pamela, I'm going to share it with you. It's true, and the lady is from Cameroon. The company is coming from Netherlands. It's called Under Your Roof. And their target
under your roof?
Under your roof, doctor. So just like Uber, but our target is going to be people here in diaspora. You go online, you order for your mom to be seen in Uganda. We have Uganda nurses enrolled. Your daughter sees the assignment, she pick it up. She go for, and immediately you order, you pay in dollar. Your daughter sees it, your daughter take the assignment, confirm the shift, go and see everything. Immediately she's done, she submits her finding everything, we pay her, and the payment is going to be in dollar. So it's another good thing coming.
No, but you see, this is so good because in 2003, I was pushing telemedicine. In 2003, well, we're going to Jos in Plateau State, Nigeria, and I was telling them we just didn't have the funding for it. We wanted the doctors on the continent to collaborate with doctors here, and vice versa in treating patients. But the funding was not there to do this, you know. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it, you know. It's gonna happen, and I'm glad we have the right team. So this is so awesome and we can go on and on. So I think we need to do we'll have them back.
There's a hand that has been up.
Yeah, but we do need to round up. So we do have one hand.
There's somebody's hand up. Let's hear from them. And
then... So let's have him or her. Ogechuko, somebody. He was driving. At the time I saw him on the screen, he was driving. Unmute and answer our question, please. Yes, please. Go ahead. What did you have to say?
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be in your midst. I'm one of the instructors of Mrs. Bertram here in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
So when I saw the flyer, I said that I must participate to hear from my boss. I must commend her. She has been a role model to we the young nurses.
Awesome.
And yes, she has been a role model, someone you can emulate. Just as she talked, a lot of people are feeding through her efforts.
Awesome.
So
Thank
I
you.
must commend her.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm one of her instructors there. I'm a part-time instructor. I'm also working at teaching hospital.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes.
Thank you. Say, I
Yeah.
get you so many Nigerians to be part of this program now.
Awesome. We are here every Sunday, same time. We tackle
Okay.
different topics. We've been doing that for 9.5 years.
Okay, we'll be logging in.
And then the last Sunday of every month, we tackle a healthcare topic. So
Okay, that's fine. We circulate it among the nursing world, the instructors,
Yes.
students.
awesome.
Thank you so much. Nia Sung, we're going to turn it over to you.
Thank
I
you.
will not call on everyone on my screen, but I will start with Dr. Gloria Crosslin, our in-house Gloria, not Dr. Gloria, the guest. So, Dr. Gloria, your last word before we go. I know you already.
Dr. Crosslin.
Dr. Crosslin, say your last word before we go. I think she left. Okay. All right. That being said, I'm not going to call on everyone. Ambassador, you want to say your last word?
Yes. This has been an exciting show, and we are so excited that we had an opportunity to meet the Honorable Gloria and the Honorable Claudette and the programs that they are doing and helping to restore and return Africa's nursing brains back to the continent. I'm looking forward to the projects that they are going to do. And I know you said something about Kenya. Everything else you said, Dr. Gloria, has always been on the West Coast, but I live in Nairobi and Kakamega, and I live in Jinja and in Tenda in Uganda, and I live in Warri when I'm in Nigeria. So and I live in Durban when I'm in South Africa. But I'm glad to hear that you are going to be moving over to Kenya soon and bringing that program there, because I got a whole bunch of young folks over there that could use some nursing training. But we're excited that we have met these two young ladies and that they are helping to keep Africa's brains on the continent. And we want to get behind them and make sure that we can do all that we can to help. Like I said, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just take your part of the spoke and let's all come together and make a bigger wheel. Again, Africa Online is here every Sunday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you don't know what time we come on in your neck of the woods, use the timezoneconverter.com and find out what time we come on in your country and join us here for the chat. Join us here. We have a variety of topics that benefit our sons and our daughters on the continent and those of us in the diaspora. We look forward to seeing you next week when we talk about remittance back to the nation, back to the continent with I guess another one of our guests that we met at the
Pamela Ancha.
Yes, so we're excited. The Africa's Brain Bank are going to be our guest, I believe, for the next. We had enough people there to be our guest for the next couple of months. So we look forward to having you join us. Visit our Facebook, visit us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and then share our our content because it is beneficial to those of us who are not here live, but we will need to see them or they will need to see it later on. Thank you so much, Nia Sung. Back to you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go to our two guests, starting with Paradise. So, Comfort, Paradise, please. I like that so much. So, give us your last word.
Thank you, Mr. Nkemili.
Kemleke Asonglefa.
You got the first name
Nia
right.
Sung, just Professor Nia Sung.
No, as
It's
Mr.
all right.
Asonglefa Kemleke. Tell your parents you met the legendary Asonglefa Kemleke. You can share the link with them. They will know who you're talking about.
I saw your number on the chat room, so I'll see what to do.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry I butchered your name.
It's all right. It's all right.
Wait,
all right.
Claudia, did you put your website? You and Gloria need to put your website on the chat.
I'll put it in.
I'll put it. Yeah.
I want to thank everyone. Thank Reverend Pam. Thank you to the African Brain Bank for this amazing opportunity just to share about nursing and how beautiful of this profession is. And also my students, I want everyone to know that nursing is not just a career. It is a calling to heal. It's a calling to serve. It's a calling to make the world a better place.
Yes,
And now the question is, the world needs these healers, then the world needs these advocates, the world needs these leaders. The question is, will you answer this call? So thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.
I wish I could answer the call. Unfortunately, my son is setting. So, all the same, I go over now to Dr. Gloria, the guest.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Prof. I will call you Prof. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess up your name.
It's all right. It's all right.
And thank you, Prophetess Lisa. Oh, thank you so much to I call her Big Mommy, Her Royal Majesty, Reverend Dr. Pam. I'm so excited to have known you. Since I get to know you, it has been like this. My schedule, my life, everything is now winding through. I am now thinking I was trying to restrict my movements to Nigeria, but since I've got to know my other, you guys are my brothers and sisters from the other parts of Africa.
That's
now
right.
My brain is working again. It's vibrating. So, and my sister Claudia, getting to know her through the African Brain Bank Summit we had. It's such a beautiful thing. I am glad. I am joy. Like she said, it is calling, and we are here to answer it. And it's not one person something, it's going to take a team. Like you can see, I have started calling my team from Nigeria. My sister, my elder sister is here. She's one of the big forces. You guys will get to know her. Mommy, you will know her. She is more stronger than me. You can see my younger brother. They are all the team. They are all the forces. Actually, they are not sleeping. They are waking up waiting for this because they are going to be part of those people that will bring this to life. We are going to direct. We are going to give them the message here, and they will move immediately. They are the moving force.
That's
they are
right.
the power I have behind me. So it takes a village to achieve all these projects. It's not a one-man thing. But in any way you can contribute, it goes a long way. And once we all come together, believe you me, we are going to do mighty things you can never believe we can achieve. But it just takes unity. Everybody bring his or her own shares, her own gifts. Once we join it together, we are going to move man thing. So thank you, everyone. I thank my assistants, Dr. Esther, she's over there. My instructors from like the one of the educators instructor from the school. Some of my workers from here, they are just texting me, they are logging in. But you know what? We will be part of this program moving on. We'll be logging in, we'll be interacting, we'll be sharing ideas. So thank you, and may we all remain blessed. I am always here. I am loyal, and I'm happy to know all of you. Thank you, remain blessed.
Amen.
Very much. Your Highness, your last word before I conclude.
Yes, I am truly grateful, been blessed by these two young ladies, Claudia from 2023, and now our sister Gloria. To the point where I'm actually going to be traveling. We're going to travel together to the continent to start planting some seeds before our big event next year. I want to encourage everyone under the sound of my voice, get involved. Let's collaborate and restore Africa's health system and economic challenges, because as we train these nurses there and they can get jobs, they will boost the economy. They'll be able to live in better houses. They'll be able to spend money on groceries. They'll be able to buy cars, buy what they call back the petrol. All these are things that stimulate the economy. And Africa is the final frontier. It's not the next frontier, it's the final frontier. and let's reclaim our land, because we are the landlords. The Chinese people are the guests. They don't own jack in Africa, so I am truly grateful. And on behalf of Africa Online Media Corporation, I really want to applaud our sisters, Claudia and Gloria. And on behalf of Africa's Brain Bank, sister organization, I want to thank you again for being part of the summit, supporting the summit, registering your business, coming to share your ideas, giving a masterclass to others to learn. We are going to do great and mighty things. Women are naturally nurturers, and we are going to move mountains and live a better world for our children. I want to invite everyone to be back next Sunday for as we discuss remittances. And if you would like to support, go to africasbrainbank.org and make a donation, because we are impacting lives. We are changing generations, the trajectory of the lives of these young people. Our STEM program is already in progress, and we need to continue with those students. And there are students that are going to leave that STEM program and go into the nursing school and medical school. So thank you, my beautiful sisters. Thank you, Ambassador Lisa, for your faithfulness. Thank you, Mr. Songlefan Kemleke, for your faithfulness. Thank you, Dr. Crossley. I want to thank all those who joined the program today.
Thank you. And for our information, I recorded 18 participants in today's live broadcast. It's not been like that in the recent past, but I saw 18 people participating today. I'm very grateful.
That doesn't include those who are watching live on YouTube.
That does not include those who are watching live. Thank you all very much. Please, let's make it a date for next Sunday. So far, enjoy the weekend, or what is left of the weekend, especially people in California. So please, thank you all for